Well, it is a hot and humid one out there, and while officially today there's no heat advisory, there has been one issued already for tomorrow, and these are going to continue probably through at least Tuesday of next week. Officially, though, for tomorrow, that heat index value can be anywhere from 105 to 109 in the River Valley. Some may be expanded into northwest Arkansas, getting close to 105. And again, whether you're in the advisory or not, it's still going to be hot. It's still going to be humid. It's only going to really stay steady for tomorrow through Monday. You can see up to 110. That's why they're going to issue the heat advisory, and an expansion of extreme heat warning may be needed if it increases 110, 111. That would require that extreme heat warning. Again, warning, advisory, nothing of neither. It's still going to be pretty hot and humid. Those dew points, as I mentioned, are going to be in the low to mid 70s pretty much for the next 5 days, especially in the River Valley, closer to the mid 70s for many. And with it being very soupy, again, the more humid it is, the harder it is to breathe sometimes, as well as making it harder for your body to sweat. So just be careful you're spending time outside. And even though it's still staying pretty humid, we haven't really seen much rainfall, at least for about a month. Early July, we had a couple of nice storm events, and then since then, we've had these kind of quick bursts of rain, but nothing that's really kind of stood out as consistent. Rainfall total so far for the month in Fayetteville is about 9/10 of an inch below normal there, well below what we saw last year at this point. Only 2/10 of an inch officially at Fort Smith, about 1.25 inches below normal, and again, well below what we saw in 2024. So combined with how hot it's been and how little of rain we've seen recently, and we're starting to see a little bit of abnormally dry conditions return to the area. Now, this was last week. We had just a little sliver there in Carroll County, but if we turn to what's just got issued, you can see kind of that blinking there. That's the new that's been kind of introduced for the area. And while it's not officially a drought, you can see this little sliver here, that modern drought in Carroll County. If we continue to see very hot and dry conditions, this could expand. Now, that future rainfall for the area, not expected to be very much, pretty on the light side. We'll see if these colors start to pop up. But basically, it's going to be anywhere, there we go, about 1/4 of an inch may be possible. And some areas might not see any rainfall at all through Monday. So as I mentioned, as we hit that next drought monitor report, some might start to come into play, and some in eastern Arkansas are starting to see burn bans return as well. So hopefully we can see a little bit more consistent rainfall. Right now we're seeing not much of anything really. You can see those very spotty storms kind of on the border of northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. You can see very spotty there in the region. So we'll continue to see that for us today. But again, in terms of any, monumental rainfall, that's not going to come at least for quite a while. So here's Futurecast, and we'll continue to see these kind of burst up, and really anywhere in the region has kind of an equal chance, but most of us do stay dry. We'll see that kind of filter out by sunset tonight, and then we'll see it all over again for tomorrow. We'll start off with plenty of sunshine. Then as we head towards the afternoon hours, those cumulus clouds will bubble up like they are right now. And then as we head towards the afternoon, evening, you can see a little bit of a better chance of the River Valley tomorrow afternoon, and then it'll fizzle out shortly after sunset. Otherwise, we head through the next 7 days. You're going to notice those high temperatures slowly climbing for northwest Arkansas. So the air temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 90s, close to the upper 90s for northwest Arkansas, but that feels like is going to be probably close to 104, 105. So again, heat advisory or not, it's still going to be pretty hot. For the River Valley, getting close to 110 for that heat index, getting possibly into the triple digits for high temperatures Monday and Tuesday. Might be a brief cool down next week, but doesn't look like it'll last very long. And those highs would only really drop a few degrees. So it looks like we're in a pretty hot and humid stretch here for possibly the rest of August.
All right, thanks, Dan. Usually we tell people to bring the jacket, keep it in the car, but I feel like now just go with the umbrella because it's too hot to wear the jacket.
I was going to say, keep the umbrella just in case, because again, usually in the morning you're not going to need it. With these summertime pop-ups, you might need it during the afternoon, so wouldn't be a bad idea to keep it handy.
And when you're not using it for rain, you can use it to block the sun.
I'll say, a pale fella like me, that'd be a great idea.
Multi-purpose. All right, coming up, a team